Hey guys, so tons of you ask continuously for a new what's on my Galaxy video. If you don't know, I have a Galaxy. I'm not really an iPhone person. I used to have an iPhone, but I seriously don't like the iPhone for myself personally. I prefer the Galaxy, and I was somebody who completely stood against Galaxies for a very long time. I completely denied, like I didn't want it. My parents both got them and I was like, ew, no, I want an iPhone. And then eventually for some reason it compelled me to get a Galaxy, and I'm in love and I'm so happy I changed. So if you guys are asking, I know comments always come up, which one do I recommend? I personally really like the Galaxy because you can customize it to whatever you want. Alright, so this is my Galaxy, and basically what I have here is an encouraging message. I find these on Pinterest all the time, so whatever you're looking for you could totally find on there. I have the time here, and over here, I don't know if you can see, it says the date and then also the time my alarm clock is set for the next day. Now I have no passcode right now, so to open and unlock the thing it just lights. But what I really like is the fact that when you don't have a passcode, which the passcode can range from a 4-digit number to a pattern to like an even larger digit number, whatever you want. But since I don't have a passcode, I can swipe on my lock screen and I can have my favorite apps and different types of widgets. You can customize this by going to the edit thing. You can have a calendar, you can have whatever it is you want. And I just have my favorite apps, and then also in the other direction I have my like texts, which I'm not going to show you, but yeah, so I can unlock this. I also have the camera option over there, as you saw. Then I have a weather widget because I like to know what weather is going on and the time. What's really cool about this is that whenever you have like snow or something like that, it actually shows it's snowing. It's really cute. Then I have my Starbucks app, my Instagram app, my Twitter, and then my email. And then the Google, this is just like the Google Voice, like you can press this and like ask it for instructions to somewhere. Also, when you click it, usually it pops up. Right now I'm going to show you. I have the location off just because for safety reasons, but normally it tells me where I am, and since it remembers where I go, it tells me how long it takes me to get to campus or something like that. So it tells me like traffic conditions, and also if there's like a really bad weather, like snowstorm coming, it tells me, which is really convenient. And yeah, so that kind of is pointless when I don't have my location on. But moving on, you can always customize this to whatever you want, but I keep messages on the bottom, my Chrome, my phone, gallery, and apps. What I like about Galaxies is that when you have like apps, you can have your favorite apps and whatever it is that you have going on here, but what you do is when you go to apps, you have a ton of other apps that you may not have on your screen wherever it is that you are, but they are apps that you can still use and still reach for. So I may not have the countdown widget on like this little app right here on my actual like screens, but I do have it in my apps folder, which is like a backup, like kind of like the back closet of your phone, so that way you don't have all these apps crowding your screen. So these are kind of in the back. If I ever need, you know, the shopping list, I can go in and click this here. I don't necessarily need it on my homepage and all that places, so that's another thing I really like about this. But moving on, I have it like this. So to the left side I have this little mini today. It's like a calendar thing, but it tells me what classes I have at what time, and like just reminds me, you know, what day it is and everything. Then I have like a to-do list here. Right now it says film Galaxy video, so hey. Then I have a checklist here, which is a really cool app. I really like making lists, so the checklist app is super awesome. A shopping list app, which is you write down what stores you have, like your favorite stores. So I like a Target one, a grocery store, and then that's where I can like make lists for different things I need to buy at those different stores. OneNote is one of my favorite ways of taking notes. It's also really fabulous because it works as a journal. And then PinkPad is basically, you know, for girls to keep track of certain things. Then moving on, I have my calendar. Now this is like a whole widget. This is what the whole point of these little things are. They're apps that you keep in your app folder, but you can go in and like when you look to your apps, go into the widgets, and that's where you have all these options. You can switch and pick whatever it is you want. So say I wanted the calendar list like this, or I wanted like the time like this. Like you can pick by having those apps. You have like the option to pick however you want to do anything, and it's really convenient. Like I can have an email open like that. If I'm like a really fitness kind of person, I can have the fitness thing up, and it's just really convenient because you can reach for everything, figure everything out, and personalize it for your needs. So obviously I have my little calendar, my to-do list. So this is my like productivity thing, and then I like to have a whole calendar to just see everything on like the scheme of things. So obviously I don't have classes this week because it's my spring break, but I have different things that I can like edit, and like if I click the 21st I can add my meetup in there for whatever it is, like, you know, whatever time it's going to be. I think it's going to be at 12 noon, so I can set that, make that till 3. I wrote meetup. Dun dun dun, and then I'll save that, and so it'll pop up over there. You can see it just, you know, it syncs with your Google like Gmail calendar, so you can even access that on your computer too. And then when I swipe over, I have my email for like other things in here, and basically I have just like my Verizon thing, my camera, my Chase mobile for my needs, like for you know, banks. And then I have my calculator, my clock, and then an assistive light that is basically just a widget, which is just an app for the flash that just automatically turns on for when I need it. So that is that side, and now we're back at the home page, and in the other direction I have this thing, which is one of my favorite things to have on my phone. This is a countdown thing, so I don't know if you can see, but it says what it is counting down from like the bottom, but you can click this and it tells me, oh, I have 4 days left until my statistics exam. I can do this, and it says 12 days until my meetup, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just really convenient. I lose track of my life and I forget how many days I have left, so it's really convenient. And normally the circle here kind of just like escapes as it like starts disappearing like the time. Again, this is part of the widgets part. If you have the app, which is called the Countdown app, you can end up picking whatever like widgets you want. There's different types of countdowns that I have, but these are the circle ones, and they look like this, or like the 24s, so it's really convenient. I like it. Then my next thing is just a giant widget of my email for YouTube, and that's like the last one I have there. That's like the widget. And then over here I have my favorite apps, which is my Facebook. It's my Facebook and my Messenger. Then I have Snapchat, my Play Store, Pinterest, my LinkedIn app, which I don't even use. I don't even know what my password is for my LinkedIn. Then I have my editing pictures, which is ViscoCam, PhotoRest, PixArts, and Litto. At the end of the video I'll show you guys how I edit my pictures. Then I have a GroupMe, my Tumblr, Hangouts, Page Manager, which is basically how I manage my Facebook page. That's like for I'm Just a Makeup Lover. I have a Walgreens app, Pandora, my Verizon, so I can see how much data I've been using, and the Bible, and that is all I have on there. So that's what my like thing looks like overall. I mean, it's not really that exciting, but yeah, that's what my phone is consisted of. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, hit a girl up. This is what my Instagram looks like. We're at 11.4. We'll see how far we can get, but I post pictures and whatever, and I'll show you guys how I like post and edit my pictures, because a lot of people ask me. I'm like all over the place usually with my pictures. Alright, so let's say I want to edit a picture. What I'm going to do is first go in here, and obviously I have different options. My favorite is ViscoCam if I'm planning on using some sort of filter and whatever. PhotoRest is what I use for when I need to kind of shape it. PixArt is fun for like the outside. So I'm going to take ViscoCam, and I'm going to go over to my library, and I will pick a picture, and now I have my picture in there that I'm going to edit, and I click edit, and normally I don't shift it until like later on, but that's what the picture looks like, and I usually kind of just play around with the different filters it has here. They're pretty cool when you're trying to like, you know, change things up, and obviously I don't use it all the way on these because sometimes they're just a little too intense. And I like to kind of tone it down a little bit, but I first have to pick which one I like the best. So maybe I like this one the best, so what I do is I like go into here and I kind of lower it to like maybe 8 or something, a little bit less, something that is not too intense. So I'm going to lower it to 5. I'll say okay. Then I go in and I edit it here. I usually add contrast by like 1 or 2. It usually makes it a little bit better, but I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm going to add it at 2. Brightness, I normally just add like 1, but it depends on the day. Then obviously I sharpen it up. I really like sharp pictures because then it looks like more HD later on. Then I click OK, and then I send it, save it to gallery, and now that it's saved to gallery, what I do is I go into, it depends on which one I want. PicsArt, which is a completely different app. And in here, what I do is I pick like edit, and then I pick my picture. And this, again, I need it to like switch, so I go to tools. I do flip or rotate. I rotate it. I click OK. But I like in here, it has the shape mask, which is one of my favorites. That's where I get these like shapes, and you can like adjust it however you want it. Maybe this one. Is this what I'm looking for? Is this what my life has come to? Yeah, it is. It looks cute. Okay, so I want to make like a parallelogram. So, there, and then it goes like that. And, ooh, I like it. So I ended up just leaving it like this. I take it, I save it, I click OK, so it saves in my storage. Then I go through PhotoRest, just because PhotoRest ends up giving me the option to take whatever my picture is, which I'm going to go to PicsArt, that, and then I'm not going to edit anything, I'm just going to skip over to Instagram, and I simply go in and I adjust it. So as you can see, like, it adds the two empty like white things on the side, so I can like adjust it however I want. You go in next, and usually I don't do anything here, but I do go to edit, and I usually add brightness because I like brightness. I add a little bit of contrast. Warmth I usually turn down a little bit because I'm usually like a little too orange. Saturation, I mean, it could be black and white, it could be whatever, but I'm not a big fan of saturation. Highlights are fun. If I increase the highlight, I usually go in and decrease the brightness because both of them together are just a little too overwhelming. And then that's pretty much it. And so I'm going to go in and simply say filming a what's on my Galaxy. That's what it looks like, and then boom, bada boom, bada boom, it's up there, and that's how it looks like with all the other things. So alright, so that's how I edit my pictures, and that's how I like kind of organize my phone. But I did want to show you one really cool thing that I absolutely love about Galaxies, and I feel like if you have one, you have to know how to do this. When you go in to here, do you see this little thing where it has like all the options? What you do is you can click this part where it says multi-window, and that opens. And again, this is also where you can control all the things with like the fancy swiping, the smart pause, like when you look away, like the videos pause, like air gestures, all that fun stuff. And now say we're gonna go into YouTube. I'm gonna say I want to watch this. Okay, shh, Alina, shh. Okay, so I'm in the video, right? Do you see this little tab right here, this little fun tab that pops out? This is the multitasking tab that I freaking adore, and I'm so upset that I didn't know about it before. You can take this little handle, like you can put it on different sides, wherever it's more convenient for you, you can put it on the bottom. I like it on the side though. What you do is you can pick whatever you want to do. So say I want to go to Twitter. Say I want to tweet. Okay, ready? Boom, boom. 2 things on the screen. Ready? I'm going to go to my homepage. Ready? Look. My Twitter is down here, my video is on here. So let's pretend we're watching my video, okay? So let's pretend. Hey, so I just got out of my classes. And as always, we did nothing productive, nothing important. I can tweet while watching a video. Is that not the most amazing thing in the entire world? You obviously don't have to be just on Twitter. Like I could be, you can also adjust it where it's like the Twitter is on the very bottom and like you're looking through the comments here. But I mean, I'm just saying, how freaking amazing is that? Which I usually watch a YouTube video and I'm texting people, so it's not usually Twitter, but I just don't feel like showing you guys my messages with my friends and stuff. But say I'm like tweeting, you know, when I'm like, say I want to like do something on the video, I bring this down, okay, and it's still there. Do you see that little blue dot? So I can always go back to it. So it like opens. It's kind of like the tab is there. Now also, I don't know if this is on iPhones or whatever, but I wanted to let you guys know, you can watch, I'm classy, I know, but when you're watching a video, like this, so say we're watching it, pull it down, hey, so while searching my channel. You can be like searching my other channel. Nothing productive, nothing important. Still watching it. I apologize if this video is really long. I just really love my Galaxy and I'm such an Android person. The next one I'm getting is definitely going to be an Android. Also, another thing I like about this is that I don't have to update all the time. That's the reason why I changed from an iPhone. When I had an iPhone, I had to continuously update it. I had an iPhone 4. And so every time I updated it, it got slower and slower and slower. These rarely update, and also like my phone compared to my parents' phone, they work at the same speed. My parents have very similar kind of software, so it's not very confusing. If I know how to use this one, I know how to use theirs. It's just every Android is different because you personalize it for yourself. So I feel like when friends are looking at my phone, it's like it is me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something, and it helped you. As always, I am so thankful for all of you guys, so definitely give this video a like if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, or if you love phones, because I just forgot my phone recently in the car when I went to the restaurant, and I felt so like empty-handed, and then I realized it wasn't in the car and it was under my butt. I just didn't know that until I got up and left the restaurant and was like, hey, my phone was under me the entire freaking time.